Looking at the film, what can you take away from Savannah game? Anything surprising, stand out?
Like I said the other day, the only thing you really take away from it is we had 11 guys on the field. When we went tempo, we got lined up. Our process was good. Where we were going with the ball, I thought was good. So that's really all you can take away from it. You know, you got a lot of guys. I guess you can take away a lot of young guys got to play. The reality is, you just want to make sure that you're playing good football, the things that you can control. I thought we did. Our substitutions were good. So I mean, that's the most. They look like what you practiced.
How do you think Wes is going to handle it overall?
I have no idea. I don't know how I handle these calls. I mean, that's something that until you go and do it, you don't know. You prepare. You try to convince them that it's the same things. I think everybody has a way of dealing with all of our young players. You don't have the crowd to pick you up, but your preparation is different, your re-stays different. So hopefully he'll be fine.
I know the defense dictates whether you run or pass, but it has to help them having guys like Chris Grant.
Well, having those guys back there, I mean, they're good enough, and the whole line's played well enough to where you can hand it off at times into a bad box count, and they can come out on the other end. So, I think it's comforting knowing you've got good running backs back there, and we're going to rely on that. I mean, we're not going to just throw Wes out there and expect him to throw it 60 times.
With the coaching change at Arizona, can you pick out anything yet from the first game that they're doing differently defensively than how they lined up against you guys last year?
Well, they went from 4 down to 3 down. I mean, they changed dramatically. They went from Mike Stoops to the guy that was at West Virginia. So they're all 3 down now. So you have to look at this previous game and last year's West Virginia tape to get an idea of how to try to attack what we're going to do. And obviously they have familiarity with what we do, being at West Virginia, with Dana last year. So they know what we're about, what we're going to do. So, but it is pretty drastic change in what they look for.
What do you think the chances are we see JD?
Oh, I don't know. We'll see how that all goes. I think that one thing about JW is as I said before, he's worked hard. He's one of the leaders on our team. He's a good football player. He deserves to play. When and where that is, I don't know. There's never really a good time. If the quarterback's in a rhythm, you don't want to take him out. If Wes isn't doing well, you don't want to kill his confidence and take him out. So it's either you have to have a predetermined that says, okay, he's going to play this series, or you got to pretty much play it by ear because neither are good.
Is it tough to evaluate your team at their best so you just see where you're really at?
Sure it is. What you find out is that, like I said, we could get lined up, we could get the call in, we could process things, we could have 11 guys on the field, we could look like we knew what the heck we're doing. That's the start. I mean, if you play good football, the most disappointing thing of all of it was the turnovers. I mean, that was something that had nothing to do with them. It had everything to do with us. That's what frustrates you. We have good enough players. If we get lined up, we know what we're blocking, we know what we're doing, we'll have success. But when you don't do that, so that's really what you kind of try to take away from that. Anything else is, I don't know what you can take from it. I really don't. We didn't get anybody hurt. I guess take that away. Well, his high school coach thought he could play, contacted us. We went down there and, watched him, and, I think he's proven to be, I think, what we thought he would be. I think a good football player that, catches the ball, smart. When you play a number of receivers, when you play 8 guys, I mean, you got to have a number of guys that can do things the right way, and he's got a little something more to him than we probably thought.
You and Steve have lost. Were you the evaluator who thought he could play?
Well, I mean, we're all of us on offense are the evaluators of whether you think you can play, and the book's still out. I mean, deciding who we thought could play. I mean, our 5th tailback ran for 90 yards, for God's sakes. I mean, so I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it is what it is, So we're happy that Austin is here because obviously there's a lot of things he's doing well enough to warrant playing. So that's what you like most about it.
Kind of along those same lines, talking about guys filling up down on the roster, getting great carries, great yardage. Do you worry about there being maybe a false sense of confidence, considering the opponent you just beat?
Oh, I hope not. And that's the hard part. You go into it. How do you assess them? You go into the game and you spend all week telling guys, hey, it's about us and how we play and how you approach it. And then, but they're human. I mean, they read the papers and whatever phantom spread was out there, and they watch the film, and so, it's hard. So how do you evaluate how our guys, came into the game? I don't know that, and how we finished out the game. And, if they're overconfident beating Savannah State, man, that's a tough deal.